time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Diffuse, bond, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your gracious host, Carl, and I'm back for another episode. Hey man, this episode I feel a lot better. You might hear it in my voice a little bit. I'm at the tail end of the illness, but you won't catch me trying to catch, make sure I'm not having snot on my face, running down my nose on the pod. So you won't catch none of that today. Feeling a lot better. We got the NIT championship game tonight. Now I did strike out both NIT semifinals. North Texas was up 21-9 at one point, and UC Irvine erased that in the first half with a 30-30 or 32-32 halftime score. Then they took the lead, and North Texas and UC Irvine battled late. UC Irvine made the plays to win late game though and won the game. And Chattanooga, they just was balling from start to finish. That guard play, what a game it was between the two guards. But Trey Bonham, I believe it was, I think it was Trey Bonham that hit that huge three with like 30, 40 seconds left in the second half to go up 4. I know it was, I think it was Trey Bonham. I don't know. It was between Trey Bonham and Hunter Huff. I want to say it was Trey Bonham though. Hit that huge 3. And that leads to the matchup we got today. But before I talk about the matchup first, I want to talk about my record. I am currently 21-9 in the NIT, 55-9 in the tournament, including the round of 68. So pretty good there. I want to hopefully win the NIT Finals tonight, get that right, so I can stay at a single-digit loss. But either way, I did better than last year, and that's all I can ask for. Cool. Next, I want to talk about the shows we have on the network. We have the main show featuring Joe, Tomo, and Dave every Tuesday, Friday night from 7 to 8:30ish Eastern time. They talked about the Final Four Tuesday. I would have joined if I wasn't sick, but make sure y'all check them out. We have Unfazed, which my apologies. I didn't know when I made my show Tuesday that they were not going live this week, but that's every Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, featuring Joe and AJ. Next, we have BWT, Baseball with Teddy. His Yankees currently up 9-3 against the D-backs as we speak. We're also currently sweating out a parlay as we speak. But make sure y'all check out him. He's going live at 11 o'clock tonight as well, so make sure y'all check that out. Right when the NIT should be about over, well, late game, extending the game and everything. It depends on what the score is. We have Dave's Doghouse, who just went live an hour and 45 minutes ago. Highlights and lowlights of sports. So make sure you check him out. RBO, Real Ball is only. His Magic is taking on the Wizards right now. Make sure y'all check them out. Playoffs are around the corner. Make sure y'all look out for that. Fantasy football with Coach Coombs. Off-season talks is here. Again, no fantasy football right now, but you got the off-season. Trey McBride, he just signed the highest paid contract for a tight end. I disagree. I know Kev is saying does make sense. Timing, resetting the market. I say you give him a cool little contract, a medium-sized contract. I get he had 1,100 yards receiving, and he only had 2 touchdowns. He's coming off his best year, but I wouldn't have given him the highest paid, but that's just me. But I get it. I just wouldn't have did it. And last but certainly not least, we have In the Red Corner, boxing episode every other Sunday at 7 o'clock featuring Ty, Ricky, and Tomo. So make sure y'all check them out. Shout out to them. They got the 500 subs. So shout out to them boys, man. They've been working hard. Ty be clipping up the shows. They just working, man. Tomo, the moderator. And them boys deserve it, man. Shout out to them for being the first show besides the main show to reach 500 subs. And that's all the shows we have on the network. So please like, comment, share, subscribe. It helps the channel, helps the network. And if you like what you're listening to, stick with us. I got some comments, and then we're going to this finals tonight. My boy Dave, again, just got off an hour 45 minutes ago. Let's go, CTC. put NIT in parentheses, and yeah, don't want to see that. Trust me, I ain't want to show it. I try to catch it. But let's get into this NIT championship game we got tonight. We got again tonight at 9:00. We have Chattanooga versus UC Irvine. UC Irvine is coming to this game as 3.5-point favorites. The game is in Finkel Fieldhouse, home with Butler plays, neutral site venue. So first team we're gonna talk about as always is the road team, Chattanooga. They got here by beating Middle Tennessee State in triple overtime with a game that was 109-103, beating Dayton at their house. So at Chattanooga, 87-72. They're on the road against Bradley, won the 67-65, came back, won that game. And in the semifinals, they beat Loyola Chicago 80-73. Again, what a game that was. They're led by Honor Huff, who's been balling. Now, the first game against Middle Tennessee, he didn't have the greatest of games, but he did hit that big 3 in triple overtime. He's averaging 15.2 points per game. Trey Bonham, 14.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 1.4 steals. So he's been absolutely balling. And Bash Weiland, 14.1 points per game and 4.1 rebounds per game. Now, I know I normally give an X factor, but I'm not doing that this game. I'm going to just talk about a little bit how they got here. And again, they got here with grittiness and guard play. I've been saying it all NIT run. Chattanooga is led by the guard player Trey Bonham and Honor Huff, and they've been carrying the team to this championship game so far. So their toughness, their grittiness, their ability to hit tough shots, their ability to, stay poised and composed, that's ultimately what got Chattanooga in this position today. Will they be taking on UC Irvine? Their road to the NIT Finals went through at home versus Northern Colorado, which they were down at half, won 82-72. Jack State, which they won 66-61. UAB, 81-77. And in the semis, they beat North Texas 69-67. They're led by Ben Lykeston, averaging 15.4 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, 1.3 blocks. Devin Tillis, 13.5 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game. And Justin Hone, averaging 12.1 points per game, 3.8 assists, and 1.4 steals per game. Now, they got here with their great comeback ability. Again, Northern Colorado down a half, ended up winning by 10. UAB, they were down, came back, fought their way back. Miles Che hit some huge buckets. Devin Tillis, I remember hitting a huge top of the key 3. And they came back also against North Texas. But being down, like I said, 21-9 early in the first half. And then by halftime, it was tied up. And then Miles Che again hit some huge buckets. Justin Hone hit some huge buckets in that game. Their comeback ability was huge. Ben Lykeston got a big offensive rebound under the basket and put back to put them up 3 at one point. So their comeback ability and big shots made by Miles Che and Devin Tillis is what got them this far to the finals tonight. My winner for tonight. Let me see if I got this real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I got this real quick. Yeah, my winner for the night. Do I got it? I don't think I got it. Here we go. I just wanted to get that off one time. Chattanooga. I'm going with the underdog. Now, I didn't go with the underdog in either game Tuesday night in the semis. Both underdogs won. And if you've been paying attention to CTC and how I got to my record, I've been picking the underdogs. Now, I ain't just blindly picking underdogs. I'm picking the underdogs for a good reason. But that's how I mainly got my record, picking underdogs and winning on those. Chattanooga, they've been an underdog throughout the tournament a lot. And I'm not going against them this time. I went against them against Loyola Chicago. They proved me wrong. I said that the guard player Loyola Chicago was better. And for that game, they showed, hey, Carl, you might want to, chill out on that. So I'm going to roll with Trey Bonham and Honor Huff, the two guards that have been absolutely killing it for UC Irvine. They just show so much grit, big-time shot ability. But what I will say is you cannot, even if you go up early, count out UC Irvine because that's their calling card, coming back. So I'm going to roll with Chattanooga in this one, the guard player of Honor Huff and Trey Bonham. They're going to have to get some key minutes from Colin Mulholland. They're going to have to rebound by committee with Ben Lykeston down there, possibly get him in foul trouble just to get him out of the game. But I do think UC Irvine does have the height advantage against Chattanooga. But, Chattanooga's toughness and guard play ultimately led me to pick Chattanooga as dogs to win this ball game tonight. I got some comments, and we'll close it out. Comments. Said FFC was live this morning. I forgot he did go live at 11 this morning. You are absolutely right. Definitely nice. And then Chattanooga. Okay, yeah, I got Chattanooga tonight. The game tips off in about 9 minutes, maybe 9 to 15 minutes. I don't know if they're going to do anything extraordinary, player intros, things like that, since the championship game. But yeah, I'm going with Chattanooga, man. Not for nothing. Both of these teams could have possibly made the tournament. So it's cool to see that these two teams actually made the NIT Finals. UC Irvine did lose in the Big West, championship game against UC San Diego, which we all saw play Michigan close in that game. And Chattanooga, they lost to Furman, but I firmly believe if PJ Smith didn't hit those shots and, Chattanooga would have beat Furman, they would have beat Wofford on the way to the title, to the NCAA tournament. And they might have gave a team a run for their money. But like I said, ultimately, I'm going Chattanooga in this one, man. I think the guard play Chattanooga really good, and I think it leads them to the promised land. So that's all I got for y'all today, because it's only one game tonight. Please come back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow to talk about the Final Four. I will be talking about both games. Duke, Houston. I think Bama to beat Duke. I'm hurt. Duke, Houston, and Florida, Auburn. I will be talking those two games. Hopefully, we have some injury update news on Janai Broome, because, again, if you remember, Sunday he got hurt. I believe it was his elbow. I know he didn't practice the last couple of days. I haven't looked to see if he practiced today. I know they said they was hopeful that he practiced, but and we gotta look and find out. But yeah, I got a comment from my brother. He said, Florida money line, you will find out. I will not be saying anything about the Final Four tonight. That will be tomorrow. I did not mean to put that back up there. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Actually, I lied. I do have time. Tomorrow after, I would say 30 minutes after Refuse to Lose. So after the main show tomorrow, 30 minutes after, I will be back to discuss the Final Four. Y'all enjoy the NIT tonight. Hopefully y'all enjoy some of the CBC as well. I decided not to talk about it first year. Didn't really know how serious teams would take the CBC. It's been pretty good basketball. I might talk about it next year. We'll see. But it's been pretty good. We got 2 games from the CBC on tonight. I believe, not Nebraska. I want to say it was UCF and Cincinnati was playing right now. We can do a live look at the score. Live look at that score would be Cincinnati's down 69-67 with 5:34. And then Villanova SC plays at 9:30. So that'll be in between the NIT Finals. I will not be watching that. I will be watching the NIT Finals. So, boom. That is everything I got for y'all today. And until tomorrow, I'm gone. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.